This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium training session. This Infinium training session is entitled, Who Hurt You? The Sobbing Meltdown, and Do You Remember? Now, my MGTOW brothers, in their ongoing effort to get you entrapped into their Venus flytraps, and because of the penetration and the effect of the MGTOW philosophy, and finally, the ongoing coronavirus pandemic, women are coming out with sinister tactics to get you again entrapped into their Venus flytraps and extract your resources from you. Now, one of the things that women will do is use a cracking process, which I've described in prior videos. But in this cracking process, they will use sobbing and a do you remember tactic. Now, the sobbing part of the cracking process can be used independently of the do you remember process of cracking. In particular, if you're, let's say you're in a venue like a grocery store and you're just shopping along and you've been targeted by a woman and she's there, she's targeting you, and she's trying to read you and scan you. And she happens to make a run on you, starts talking to you. You get into a casual conversation with her, and you don't know this woman. This is the first time you've seen her. And she's talking, and oh, this is bad. I didn't know that the coronavirus, and oh, blah blah blah. My kids. I'm a single mother. Well, blah blah blah. And all of a sudden, she gets quiet, and she begins to, oh my God, and she's sobbing and crying it over, and she is just there melting down. You're there, standing there, looking at the spectacle. And you say in your heart, well, maybe she's being earnest, she's being honest and everything, and you begin to comfort her. And in your comforting her, she knows that she's got you. She knows that she's cracked you. And she begins to then rope you in. I see that you're single. I see that you're a single man. I see that you're a good man. And can you help me out? Can you please help me? And I don't know what to do. And I know the government's going to give you $1,200, and I'm broke. And she'll get you. She's got you then. So that's one way that can happen. But what I'm referring to is a woman out of your past, who you've gotten out of your life, who you totally extricated and eradicated out of your life, and all of a sudden you get that phone call, and usually it will occur probably in the middle of the night, or at a time that is kind of inconvenient to you. You get that phone call or that text or knock on the door, and there she is. There she is. There's that phone call. And you pick up the phone and, hey, I'm just checking on you. I'm just thinking about you. And I just wanted to see that you're okay. And she's talking to you. And all of a sudden, the phone gets quiet. Oh my God, I'm praying. She loses control. She's melting down. She's sobbing uncontrollably, so to speak. And it can go on for 5 to 10 minutes. She's just sobbing, and it can be a repeat process too. You kind of get her back, and hey, just get control yourself and try to, just get yourself under control. She kind of gets herself back, and then she breaks down again. And you continue with that. You get her back, and then she seems to kind of stabilize. And then when she knows she's kind of got you there, she'll start to take you on a remembrance process. And it's Do you remember how we were before the dark times? And do you remember how we were? And she won't admit it before my inner bitch emerges, before I divorce raped you, before I took away all your resources. Do you remember when we were laying before the fireplace and making love like it was beyond? It was like on Planet Nine, or it was like on Venus. Do you remember when we were just sitting and listening to the OJs and they were singing, "Now that we found love, what are we going to do with it?" Do you remember all those good times? Do you remember when we were kissing in the park and we were walking hand in hand? And do you remember all of that? And she tries to take you down memory lane, beyond the times that she had you in court and she was saying how despicable you were when she was actually the one who was raping you in court, and where the court raped you, and where you were left with nothing. And she's trying to get you to forget that. She's trying to get you to, again, let your guard down even further, because she's gotten you by sobbing and melting down uncontrollably. And what she's done, if she's gotten you, is gotten back into the light in your life. And it is highly dangerous when this happens. It is very dangerous, particularly in this time that we are in, because you don't know what she's going to do to you. For instance, again, should you let her cohabitate with you, you will experience invariably and inevitably another inner bitch reemergence. You will experience that at minimum, my brothers. At maximum, you will experience something that you would not fathom happening to you, like a strike being called down to you, on you, to get you to be destroyed and lose your resources. For instance, I was listening to Vincent MGTOW, and he was saying that it is dangerous to get with women at this time, because you don't know who they're talking to, who they're teaming with. And they know about you, they know about your resources, and they will call down a strike upon you. You're laying in bed with them. The next thing you know, you're like a Samson with the Philistines, um, cutting off your hair or doing something to you, putting out your eyes, and your resources being taken away from you. That's what can happen to you, my big top brothers. It is that dangerous. It is that uh, that dangerous to you, that you entertain and allow a woman to crack you in the manner that I have been speaking about, to let her uncontrollably sob before you, and then take you on a do you remember cracking process. Again, you as a MGTOW man must keep your guard up in these times. You are in a double pronged war, a war on two forefronts. A war, first of all, to keep your sanctity and your peace from what women have done to you, and a war, second of all, that you're dealing with a health issue. You're dealing with a virus that can take you down. You're dealing with all these types of things. You're in a multi-pronged war. So you don't need a infiltrator to come in and cause you more pain at this time. And you have to remember, again, have you not gone through enough pain? Have you not gone through enough difficulty because of that woman in your life? That one that's trying to say that, do you remember how we made love before the fireplace, when the fireplace was burning bright? Do you remember all those good times before I had my inner bitch emerges? Have you not suffered enough? You have to remember and remember the consequences of that relationship. What happened to you? where you were left devastated, my MGTOW brothers. You have to remember and understand these things. And understand again, it is very dangerous. Again, it is no benefit to you, my MGTOW brothers, to either cohabitate with or to marry a woman in this day and age. And you will see these things happen to you. You will see the tactics being pulled upon you. And again, these women can, at the drop of a hat, melt down so convincingly, it seems that they are really going to the place where they will do a Fukushima on you. They are going to melt down, and you will be stuck with a mess on your hand if you let them go further into a meltdown. And I will say to you again that that is all a tactic to get you again to be cracked and to let your guard down. You must, in this situation, do what Rhett Butler did in Gone with the Wind. When they're saying that, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just so, I don't know. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. And hang up the phone. Slam the door in their faces. Delete that text and go on your way, my MGTOW brothers. Again, it is highly dangerous for you to cohabitate with a woman in this time. It is your prerogative because you have said to yourself, I will go on my way to hang up the phone, to delete that text, to say, I don't want to talk to you, slam the door, because you have to remember that you come first, my MGTOW brothers. Not this seemingly sobbing, melting down woman who is coming out of the blue, trying to check on you, saying that I care about you. I really cared about you. I loved you. You were the first love of my life. I always loved you. Where was that when they were divorce raping you? Where was that when they were taking away your resources? Where was that when the repo man was taking away your car because you lost it in a divorce decree? Where was that? So again, my MGTOW brothers, put yourselves first. Forget about these women that are running around who are panicked, who are trying to revive old flames, trying to get you to forget what they have done to you, the cruel things that they have done to you, trying to make you feel immature, trying to make you feel dumb, trying to do all these things to you. You have to remember that they are messing with your mind when they're doing these things. And your mind is beyond theirs. Your mind is the one who has said, I see these things coming and I must go on my way no matter what. I must walk down the MGTOW path. Your mind is the mind who is following the MGTOW philosophy, a philosophy that is dimensionally beyond the comprehension of women. That's what you are. That's what you are. You are a MGTOW man, and you must stand up and do what you need to do as a MGTOW man, and that is remain on the MGTOW path and go to your freedom. No matter how sobbing, meltdown, whatever these women are doing, that's what you need to do. My MGTOW brothers, again, this is a highly dangerous time to be with a woman. It is highly dangerous because they know it is game over, and particularly because of what has happened. Every venue, you have to think about these things. Every venue is shut down. Again, because I work at night, as I was driving out to work, to go to my workplace last night. I looked along the road. There's a major road that I drive down going to my workplace. Every restaurant, every store. Only places that were open were grocery stores, and those are closing up early. Everything was dark. So these women know that it is game over. It is game over. Like RPM has said, when the lights go out, feminism will go out with it. The lights are going out, my MGTOW brothers. Again, every venue, every restaurant, you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. I know in my state it is pretty much a lockdown. That's what's happening, my MGTOW brothers. And so that's why you will see these things happening. And that's why you must keep your guard up. You must keep your wits about you, my MGTOW brothers. And look for these tactics. And say, again, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. This has been the MGTOW Infinium. And this has been an Infinium training session. My MGTOW brothers, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.